Welcome to the Zip website creating platform. This video will show you how to make the most out of your account and how to get the best results out of the AI website builder. So first, let's start at taking a look at some of the settings in your account. If you move your mouse here to the top right where it shows your name and then click on the mouse, it'll review this panel here of options. And we'll go to the first one here that says My Account. This is where you're going to change any personal information related to your account, as well as update the password. Now there's this preferences option right here. I'll click on Edit. This is where you can choose the default language used when creating websites, as well as the status of those websites. There are two statuses, permanent and temporary. Permanent means the website will never expire on the platform. Temporary means that there'll be a countdown timer, and when the timer reaches 0, that website will be deleted from the platform. So this is how you can choose the default status of new websites. Also down here, there's this option that says notifications. When you click on edit, this will allow you to control which notifications you receive. There's essentially 3 notifications. The first one is when a website is created. This is an important email because it's going to include the URL to the site and the username and the password. So that's nice to have on file when you need it. The next email is going to be when sites expire, if it's marked as it's a temporary website. And then the last email is once that expired website is deleted from the platform, or you manually delete a website from the platform, you'll get an email notification. You can see I have these bottom 2 turned off. By default, they'll all be on. Next, let's take a look at the team features available inside of the Zip platform. Over here on the top left is the organization switcher or team switcher. We call them organizations, and organizations have team members. Now, when you click on the switcher, it's going to reveal this panel and show you a list of all of the organizations that you're a team member on. You can see I'm in these 4 different organizations. I can click on any of them and be taken straight into that organization's account and access their sites and create new sites inside of that organization. Now, my default organization is right here, and you can see there's an option to the right that says Manage. And when I click on this, I'm given some options to manage this team. I can invite team members to the organization by clicking Invite Team Member. All I need to enter is the email address and choose a role for them, and this would be their permissions inside of the organization. And then click on Invite. They will receive an email, and they can simply click on a button in that email to be added to the team and accept your invitation. And then you would see them listed here, and in this list view, you can remove people from your team or change their roles. Off to the right here, there's an option to edit the organization's name. So when you click on this, you can change the name of the organization. There's another option here for white label domain. This feature allows you to white label the domain name to a domain name that's yours. So this is when you create a new website, the URL is going to mention Zip in it. If you don't want that, and perhaps you're sharing these websites with clients or you want a more custom experience, you can use the white label domain feature if your plan includes it. And there are more instructions on this inside of our knowledge base, specifically setting this up. Now let's go over the rest of the user interface. So this is the dashboard. It's just going to give you some quick stats. Right here, we have an option to see all of the sites inside of your account. Here is where you can create new projects, which is an organizational structure. I'll show you this in a moment. And then here are the options to make new sites. So first, let's go over the site list view. There's a series of columns here. Now, you can also filter this by status of the sites, as well as there's a search option. But let's go over the columns here and what you can do. So the first column is the label for the site. You can click into it and start typing if you want to change the name of that site. There's a little icon here. When you click on that, it'll open in a new tab and you can view the site. The next column is a link to open in a new tab and log you into the site. The next column is the time to expire, and you can see this site is marked permanent, but if the site was not marked permanent, it would show a countdown timer, and that will let you know how much time is left before the website expires. The next column is for projects, and you can see if this site is in a project. you can quickly click on add a project and see a list of the projects that you have created, or create a new project and place this website in it. So if I choose course project, you can see the page refreshes and there is the project. Now, this is an organization structure. So if I have lots of websites in here for different purposes, if I only want to see grouped websites, I can easily do that with projects. The next column is who created this website. And last, we have these three options. The star, once clicked, it will make the site permanent or temporary. Now, this site's already marked permanent. So if I was to click on the star, you can see now I've marked it as temporary, and back over to the time to expire, you can see how many hours, minutes, and seconds left until this site expires. To mark it permanent, all I have to do is click on it, and now it's marked permanent again. The next option is to delete a website. And then the last option is the three dots, and this is going to reveal additional options that are more having to do with the technical side of things for this site. So the PHP config, SFTP, here are instructions of moving this website to your web host. Here's an option to create a similar site. This is if you've created a site with the AI site builder and you chose a design, but maybe you want to see what it would have looked like in a different design. That's when you would use this option right here. Here's an option to clone the website. It just makes a complete clone of that particular site. And then here's for the login credentials. I really like this. So when you click on it, it's going to show you the URL, the username, and the password to get into this site. And this is very helpful because there's these quick and easy copy and paste options. So if you want to share access with someone, all you have to do is pull this up, click right here to copy all of the login credentials into your clipboard, paste it in an email or a message, and that person will be able to log into the website. This is very convenient. Next, we have the projects option, and I briefly touched on it. You can create as many projects as you want. This is more grouping and an organizational structure for your sites. So instead of going into the all sites option, I could go here and look at my projects. I can click on a project and I can see just the sites that are inside that project. So this is a way that you would organize your sites together to make it more manageable. Now, there's also some options here on the top right. And the first option is this question mark. And when you click on this, it's going to open in a new tab and take you to our contact form. So if you run into any trouble, you can go here, reach out to us, and we'll be happy to help you. But also, while you're here, if you hover over Help Center, you can see the What's New section of our website. And this is where we list out new features that we've added. And so this is where you can stay on top of the features and benefits that you get by having a Zip account. And the other option here is our knowledge base. And this is where you can get more in-depth instructions on any of the functions inside of the Zip platform. This next option here that says usage, when you click on it, it's going to tell you the plan limits for the plan that you're on and how much of them you've used in the time period. So you can see my account allows me to have 20 websites and I have 9 in there currently. So this is a list of all of those different limits that are on the plan that I have. If I want to upgrade, I can choose this upgrade option if I need to increase my limits. And this last option here is just a badge that shows you which plan you're currently on. Now back to the drop-down menu here, you can access your billing at any time, our affiliate center at any time, or you can log out of the platform. Now let's create some websites. The first option here is to create a blank website. When you click on this, all you have to do is enter a name. Then click on Create Site, and it's going to create a brand new WordPress installation with the most up-to-date WordPress, the most default theme, and no plugins installed. It's a perfectly clean experience. When it's done being set up, you saw that it just took a moment. There's a button here to quickly log into that website, and you can start testing plugins or themes, or you can start creating a website from scratch. When I visit all sites here, you can see that website has now been created and the time to expire has started ticking. Now, another faster way of doing the same thing, and you can do this at any time, if you want to test something or try something new, all you have to do is open up a new tab in your web browser and type try.new, and it's going to take you straight over to the Zip platform and do essentially what we did, but it's far fewer steps. You don't have to come to the Zip dashboard, click on create a blank site and give it a name. It just does it all instantaneous for you. So just enter try.new. Now, the next way to create a website is this option here to build a site with AI. And this is what we're most known for. So let me show you how to get the most out of this, how to get the very best results. So first, you'll want to choose the purpose of the website. I'm going to choose business and click on continue, then enter the name of the business, and then click on continue. And this is the make it or break it step. So you want to give enough information because it's going to be used for the website. So if you're really skimpy on the information, you're not going to get the results that you're probably after. So there's a real simple thing to remember when you're on this step. www. The first W stands for who you are. What's the name of the business? What's the background of the business? What's the history of the business? The second W stands for what do you offer? This is where you list out what you offer, some of the specifics regarding it. And the last W stands for where you are. And this is how someone can get what you offer. Do they have to come to a local location? Can they do it over the phone? Is it all online? So this is the WWW framework. And here's an example of it. We are a local specialty cake shop. We've been in business for 20 years. I put that business for 20 years in there because I want that to make it into my website so visitors can see, oh, they've been in business for a long time. They're trusted and they're reputable. The next W, we make specialty cakes for any occasion, but specialize in weddings, birthdays, and corporate events. I want that information in the website. The last W is we're located in Anaheim and orders can be placed over the phone or in person. So you see, you don't have to put a lot of information in here, but just follow the WWW framework and you're going to make spectacular websites on the first try. Now, the next thing is you always want to click on Improve with AI. And this is going to take what you put in there. It's going to reformat it in a way that Zip needs to get you the best results. And you can review what Zip has come up with here and make some edits if you want. Now, if you don't like what Zip came up with, or you realize I should have put something a little different, you can click on this arrow here to go back to what you entered, make an adjustment, and then click Improve with AI again. This is what happens when you do that. It's going to now allow you to toggle between all of the results. So now it says 3 of 3. So this is what it came up with first, and this is what I put in first. So I'll choose this one and click on continue. On this step, you want to take advantage of the search box. This is going to search for royalty-free images that you are allowed to use on your website. And there's some real gems in here, but you have to enter the right search terms. Now, the Zip platform is going to try to come up with some search terms. Sometimes they're going to be great. Sometimes you need to maybe come up with some other search terms in there to find the images that are going to look great on your website. Now, once the website's created, you can put whatever images you want or change images. These are just the initial images. So there's 2 orientations for images. There's landscape and portrait. You want to choose a balance of both. And the amount of images you probably want to shoot for selecting is about 20 images. So I'm going to go through here and select 20 images right now. Okay, here's the 20 images that I chose, and I'll click on continue. Now this is going to take us to the contact information step. And if you don't fill out the information here, some placeholder information will be used. I would encourage you to put the information in here, though. It's just going to make it easier later, less editing to do. Now, the social media, when you choose one of these social media sites here, all you have to do is enter in your username or handle on those networks. So if I wanted Instagram, all I have to do is not enter the full URL, it's just the handle. So I put my handle in and I hit enter, and there it is. And all of the most essential ones are listed, including Instagram, Google My Business, Yelp, Facebook, LinkedIn, and YouTube. Okay, I'll click on next. Now this right here is the design step. And just like the images, you can search for different keyword phrases up here, but what it's coming up with is some recommended designs. You can see these first 3 are recommended, and there's a badge there. And then there's additional designs. If I happen to like them, it's here suggesting it. And it's showing them already personalized. So I can see the images in there and the customized text. So when you hover over one of these, like this, you're going to see the image scroll, and that's going to give you an idea of what the rest of the layout looks like. Over here on the bottom right, when you click on this eye, it'll show you what is going to be created. And so if I choose this, I'm going to get the homepage, about page, menu, and contact, as well as any plugins that are used. I'm going to choose this design here, and then I'll click on continue. And this step here is where you can add features to your website. So I already know for the contact form, I want to be able to integrate it to my email marketing tool as well as my CRM. So I'm going to choose the email automation. I'm going to choose the automations and integrations. And I also want to put some videos on the site, so I'm going to choose video player. And then I'll click on continue. Last confirmation, click on start building this website, and it's going to start building the website. Now, this process can take up to 60 to 90 seconds. It's pretty quick. And when you're done, it'll take you to a screen to log into your website. And here I am, my website's done. I'll click the button here that says customize my website. And what this is going to do is open in a new tab. It's going to log me in, and it's going to give me some initial customization options. So I can change or add a logo. I can change the color palette. And when you click on these, you're going to see it change in real time. So if there's any of these that you like, you can select it. I'll go with the default, and it's the same with the font pairings. So if I wanted to see what different font pairings look like on the site, I can choose them right here or go back to the default one that came with the design. Now, all of these you can change easily later, and I'll show you that in a moment. Once you're satisfied, you can click on the save option right here, and then it's going to take you to your website and you're logged in. So now I'm going to show you how to change the style of your site. There's this option here on the top left that says customize. And when I click into that, it's going to take me into what's called the customizer. And here are the options to change things on your website that affect your entire website. So I'm going to choose global, and I'm going to choose typography. And here's where I have some font presets, or I can change the font to whatever I want. I'll go back. Then I'll choose colors. And here is where I can change any of the individual colors to match my brand. And when you change them here, they will affect your entire website. I'll go back. Here is where you can change the style of the button. These have a sharp corner. If you want to round it out, you can choose a different style or make your style completely custom. I'll click back, and I'll go back one more time. This area here is called the header, and this right here is your logo area. If I want to add a logo, I can hover my mouse, and you'll see this little pencil icon. And when I click on it, it takes me directly to where I can add a logo, or I can change the text, and I can customize this as much as I want. There's definitely more to learn here about the customizer, and we will have a video in our knowledge base that you can use to learn all about it, how to fully customize your website. Once you're done, you can click on the publish option, and I'll just click on the X because I haven't made any changes. Next, I'm going to show you how to edit your page. There's this option here to edit the page. But I'm going to go into the WordPress dashboard, and then I'm going to go to where all my pages are listed, and I'll click into the home page from here. Your website was made with a drag and drop no-code website builder. It's visual, so if I want to edit the text here, I can click on it and start typing. And there's this option here on the right. When you click on it, it's going to reveal all the different configuration options for what you've clicked into. So I can change my text here. I can click on the button, and now I can start customizing the button. I can even change the text of the button. If I want to change an image, I can click on an image, and you see this toolbar appear, and there's an option here to replace. When you click on this, you can click on Open Media Library. I'll click on Media Library, and you can see all the images that you chose when creating the site, and I can choose a completely different image, and then click on Select, and now I've changed that image. It's all that simple. Now, if I wanted to change an image when it's in a background like this, that as well is easy. I can click on this container. I can click over here on Style, and you can see there's the image. I can choose Change Image, and I can choose any image that I want. I've selected this image. I'll click on Select, and now you can see the image has changed instantaneously. Now, once you're done making your changes, you can click on Update, and then you can click on View, and you're going to see those changes have instantly been made on your website. You can easily make new pages for your website. Let's go back to the dashboard. I'll go to Pages, and I'll choose this option here that says Add New. You simply need to give the page a name. If you don't want the page name to appear at the top of the page in the design, you can click this I, and it will hide that. That's what I usually choose. And you don't have to design your website from scratch. Your website comes with a fully adaptive design library. So when you click right here, it says Template Kits, it pulls this up, and there's a library of section templates that you can use to assemble your page. And these have been adapted to the design that you've chosen. It's using your fonts and it's using the colors. And adding any of these is as simple as clicking on it. So I'll click right here where it says insert, and you'll see it's going to insert it into the design of your website. All you have to do is click, change your text and your images. Now this adaptive design library can also be fully customized for your business, just like your website was. You'll see this option here at the top, personalized library with AI. And when you select this, you'll go through just a few steps to customize the text and images inside of your design library. And here's what that will look like. You can see all of these section templates now have relevant text and images that I've selected. So it just makes it that much quicker to build out a brand new page. All you have to do is decide which sections you want on that page. So I might want a hero section, and then I might want a services section. Maybe I want as well to add an about section to that, and end it off with a call to action, or maybe some frequently asked questions that are already relevant and been customized for my business. It's all been done for you with AI. Your website also has an AI assistant. If you look over here on the top right, click on the Zip logo, and it's going to reveal the AI assistant. All you can have to do is click right here, type in what you want, and the Zip AI assistant is going to help you. And this is helpful for writing new text for your website, refining text for your website. It's just like ChatGPT, but it's right there when you need it on your website. So if I wanted to change this text, I can click on it. And there's also an option here to pull up the AI assistant. The only difference when you do it this way, it's going to take the text and it's going to feed it into the AI assistant. Now you can make requests against that text, whether you want to fix grammar, make it longer, translate it, make it shorter, make it more punchy. You can do that all right here with just a few mouse clicks. But that's not all. The AI assistant is available to you everywhere on your website when you're in the editor or outside of the editor. So if you're using, for example, an e-commerce system and you need to make a product description, over here on the top right, you can simply click on where it says AI assistant, and there is the AI assistant ready to help you wherever you are on your website. This is helpful for writing code snippets, replying to comments, and writing product descriptions. Once you're done building your website, you can choose this option here that says Move to Host, and that will give you instructions on how to migrate this site and its design to your permanent web hosting company. We are constantly adding new features to the Zip platform, and the best way to stay on top of all of them is to periodically visit our What's New section on our website right here, and we'll also be emailing you when we have new feature updates that will benefit you. At Zip, we're solely focused on giving you the best and easiest experience building websites. And we would really appreciate you sharing about Zip on your social media profiles and your personal networks.